1970s on a regular basis. Then after that, up until 1980, they had some concerts and different events and stuff like that. But essentially closed about 1980 to the public. Then it sat vacant, and nature kind of took over until 2009, when the current owner bought the place and we started clearing stuff out. Those of us who volunteer here, whether you believe in the spirits or not, usually end up having some kind of experience. So you end up having strange things happen. That's why we started having the teams come in to actually prove that we weren't all crazy. There is a long, long history even before the House of David. Native Americans wintered here. They considered this area to be a holy place and a place of healing. Each one of the springs, there's actually 35 of them between here and further up the creek onto the City of David's property. Each spring has a different mineral content and is supposed to be able to heal different maladies, if you will. That is documented back about 3,000 years. If the City of David this summer opens up their museum, they actually have a whole room full of artifacts that you can look at and see. So that's worth a trip. So before the House of David, after the Native Americans, Colonel Eastman bought this property. He was a Civil War colonel. He grazed his cows here. It was just grazing land, but the cows found the springs. They pawed at them and stuff, and he realized there's water bubbling up. So he decided he was going to tap this water. Well, when he did, they found remains that they did not treat properly. So, you know, that may be a source of some of the things that happen here. We don't know for sure, but it's a good possibility. Okay, so we have the Native American, situation. We also have the House of David's religious beliefs is that they were going to return here. Part of it was that they were going to be in gathering, and that it was going to take place here. So maybe some of them are coming back. We don't know. We can identify actual people. One was Colonel Eastman. Somebody saw a Civil War soldier and was able to identify him from photos of more than one person. They could say, that's him, that's him, that's him. So we know Colonel Eastman has been seen here. The other thing that we've had happen is a lady walking her dog right behind this building here. She was walking along, just walking her dog, taking pictures. She kept seeing bees everywhere. So she's like, that's kind of strange. She rounded the corner there, and there's a man standing there, and he says, my name is Paul, and I work here. Well, then the dog pulled at the chain. She looked at the dog, and she looked back up. He was gone. Well, I knew who it was immediately, so I talked to the House of David, and we got some pictures, and I had her visit one of these guys, and she pointed him out, and it was Paul the beekeeper. Yeah, who lived here. He lived here until he passed away in 1984. So we're going to divide up into about 4 groups. So if you can kind of have maybe 10 people per group. If you have a family group, go ahead and stay together. Our leaders here, where is everybody? Come on. Okay, first group is going to be Ken. Ken and Jody here. Ken's been here several times investigating. He's very knowledgeable, especially with the Native American stuff. As I explained earlier, in case everybody didn't hear, what we'll do is we're divided into 4 groups. So we'll have 4 different leaders, and everybody will get to see the same thing. Okay? So we'll have 2 groups up here. We'll have one in the engine house where there's a lot of activity in the engine house. And we'll probably have another group down in the lion house for about 30 minutes. And then we'll switch locations. After an hour, we'll come back up here to the fire. Everybody can have, bathroom breaks, get some water, sit down, rest, whatever. And then the 2 teams that were up here will go down in the ravine. And the 2 teams that were in the ravine then will have the areas down here. There's several areas in the ravine. I'm not sure which ones your leaders will take you to. There is a bunker down here below the bridge. which was originally an ice house during the after Prohibition, and they were serving beer down here. It was actually used as a holding cell. We have a lot of activity there. There's also a stage area over here. There's also an area over where the little miniature racetrack used to be. I'm going to leave it up to the team leaders to see where they're sensing stuff, where they feel comfortable going. Mainly, I would say watch your step. Watch where you walk, especially when it gets dark down there. There's no lights down there. If anybody feels sick, if you start to feel sick, if you start to feel tired, let one of the team members know. You can come back up here. I'll be here. My brother will be here at the fire. You can come and hang out, and you'll be fine. Right? Anything else?
Sure.
Your turn.
Hi. Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm Dan Holroyd with the Southern Michigan Paranormals. I would be remiss to not mention some people that are helping out tonight. Ken.
Yep.
The Rift.
Yay.
And Jody. We also have Drew from Living History's Mysteries. We have Tommy amongst the Tombstones also helping out, going out with the group. And some other folks. I've had brain surgery, so I forget names like Bump in the Night are here.
Randy.
They do a podcast.
Yep.
Randy?
Yep.
What?
Randy.
Who's Randy? Who's Randy, babe?
Who's Randy?
Okay.
Randy's over there.
So Randy, where's Randy? There's Randy, real paranormal. So I know I'm going to forget somebody. Some of you people I know, some of you don't. So she is right. This is a very haunted location, but I again want to thank you again for coming out, because portions of the proceeds are going to go into the park, and it helps do what they need to do here.
Yep.
And we're going to try to give you a taste of what we do when we come out with a team. How many people here believe in ghosts? Raise hands. Wow. How many people think they've seen a ghost?
Really? Awesome.
How many people watch the ghost shows? Raise more hands. Don't lie to me. All right, you passed the test. That's a control exercise. I didn't really care as to see how many times I get you to raise your hands. You guys passed. This is going to go well. So we will have some equipment with us. We're using some cameras. We're using some EMF detectors. We have Ghost Box. Ghost Box there's several different versions, so we'll see if people talk to us. I will tell you, last night when we were sitting over here in the tents, getting ready for today's event, some people said hi very clearly and were talking to us. So they know we're here, and several times they say ghosts, so they know what we're up to. So hopefully, as she said, if you feel bad, let somebody know. Because I know some of us are indifferent to energy changes. Some of you may be a little sensitive, to what we're doing. But we want to give you the best experience, and we'll try to do our best for you. Does that sound fair? All right, cool. Hopefully you've bugged up.
Yeah, I was going to just
Get
say
some
that.
spray.
There's spray right there.
Spray yourself, because you're going to meet some mosquitoes that could probably take on Rocky Marciano. So, and fly off with you. There's no joke.
Make sure you get your ankles real good for ticks.
Yeah, ankles or cankles, whatever you got. I like this crowd. You guys should come to our shows more often. I'm gonna tell them the dead joke because it didn't go over well earlier. Okay.
Oh no.
So this is how we start things. Okay, before we break up in groups. Ready? So do you guys know why Abraham Lincoln never played football? It's a dead joke.
He couldn't take a shot to the head.
Excellent. You heard it earlier, you cheater. All right. Why don't monsters eat ghosts?
Gotcha on that one.
Because it tastes like sheep. All right, we're getting ready to go. So how many people do we have? Have we counted?
Just about 50.
A lot. Thanks.
A lot.
That's a guy's answer to numbers and math. That's what we do. 52?
More than that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we're going to divide up into the groups, and if you have
10
a
to 12
partner,
people.
we'll try to keep it together. Like 10 to 12 people per group.
Yep.
And then we'll take another bunch and we'll try to rotate it out as Deb explained.
Yeah,
Anything else?
you will see everything. Everybody will go to the same 4 locations. So if the team leaders can come up here, raise your hand, and go off in a direction. Oh, Ken? Yep.
Hey guys.
Drew, sorry. Drew, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm Drew,
sorry,
not
Drew.
Ken.
Sorry, Drew.
Who's Ken?
He's standing behind you.
Hi, Ken. I'll do the pretty cool, baby.
Okay.
For those of you that didn't know, Danny Tommy, Randy, What Goes Bump in the Night, all done an investigation out here a year ago.
Yep.
Give you a little idea what you can expect. Bruce.
Yep.
Does Bruce still work here? I haven't seen Bruce.
No, he's injured at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bruce had rocks thrown at him.
Yes. True.
Out here at the Lion House. For those
Little
of you
ones.
that,
Little ones.
Did you tell them the history of the Indian remains found
Yes.
out here?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're tossing up whether or not this is an elemental. Out here, it identifies as an elemental. When you ask it if it is the elemental, it acknowledges, yes, I am. So, you know, for those of you that know, an elemental is something that was never a human spirit. It is created through the elements. We have, are we going to do the beer garden where the pond was? You know, the story with that one was back when it was a pond, a little girl fell out, or a young lady fell out of a boat and drowned back there. Jenna, wherever she is, right there, she was doing an Estes method last year. We were out here where she had the headphones on where she couldn't hear any of the questions being asked, and she was responding over what come over the voice box through the headphones. And when I was doing my voice recording, we got things like splashing sounds on my voice recorder. There's no water out there. She heard a scream. Dan acknowledged the scream. I heard that with my ears on my voice recording. It came out red, red. There's no bullfrogs out there.
Yeah.
It happened twice that same night, 2 different recordings. So, I mean, that's just a taste of what you're possibly going to bump into. You'll hear whispers. You'll feel things touch your neck. Anything's possible.
Yep.
So, just a heads up.
Yep. Okay. So we'll probably do about 15 because we have more people than we thought we did. So about 15 people per group. Who wants to be the first leader to go out? Ken? Okay. Ken's gonna go first. So I need 15.